everybody, it's RPG Grandma. Star Frontiers Basic Game Rules, where we start to learn how to play Star Frontiers. So we did the chase, where we learned about time management, initiative, combat procedures, things to take into account, make combat more difficult. So the next scenario they gave us, what is alien creature on the loose? And we're going to learn about some other things. So let's look at the adventure first. You are 4 agents of the Pan-Galactic Corporation relaxing in the Tri-Vid Gaming Hall after a dangerous mission. Suddenly, there's a blaring alarm from your risk communicators, followed by an emergency public broadcast. Alien creature has broken out of confinement at the zoological park. Last seen headed north. Creature is reported to have attacked handler earlier this morning and should be considered dangerous. Stay inside. Police have been notified by a major accident on the Spaceport Expressway is occupying most of the patrols. You look at each other and nod agreement. The creature cannot be allowed to run loose until the police can arrive. You must try to stop it. Teams. In this adventure, one player must be chosen to be the reader, aka referee, of the adventure and to play the part of the alien creature. Information on the creature is listed in a special section for the reader. The rest of players are working for Pan-Galactic. The players can roll up new characters or use their characters from the last adventure. All new characters are armed with laser pistols. The pistols are fully loaded, but characters cannot have extra ammunition and must keep track of how many shots they fire. Once their gun is empty, they must look for another weapon or run away. How to play. The player characters always move first until they attack the creature. The Hydra will not attack until the characters attack it for the first time. After this first attack, the game proceeds normally with players rolling for initiative at the start of each turn. Borrowing weapons. Once the player characters discover that their lasers are useless, the reader should ask, "What are you going to do? Your weapons don't seem to be hurting the Hydra." When the players ask where they can get different weapons, tell them you can go to the Wilderness Outfitters, weapon shop, or the security building. When a character enters one of these 3 buildings and asks for a weapon, the reader should determine if the shop owner will let them borrow one, roll D100. If the number rolled is less than or equal to the character's personality score, the shop owner will loan the character a gun. If it's greater than the character's personality score, the shop owner will refuse and the character will have to try somewhere else. So we learned a couple things, just saying. Definitely a friendly towards everybody having weapons sort of setting. We also learned that the Hydra is apparently immune to lasers, which we will learn more about here in the next section, specifically on the Hydra. Obviously, this little opening, the players aren't getting to choose. It's a scenario. So they're doing a style of play that most people today eyes bug out over. However, that's what they were doing back then in a lot of these older materials. This isn't totally unique. I've seen it plenty of times like this. But, you could certainly set it up a little bit differently as the ref and modernize this a bit easily enough and make it more of your own, the little spiel, But you get an idea right away that the Frontier is definitely not like modern society is today. All right, so we're going to learn some things with the Hydra. Yes. And one of those is adjusting what the creature can do based on the number of people playing the game. So right away, they're indicating to an up-and-coming referee, game master, you can adjust the difficulty level and the monsters for the party, up or down, to keep the game fun, to give the characters a chance, and keep it interesting. So, creature information, Hydra, for reader's eyes only. If you were playing Star Frontiers, everybody got the box. But anyway, that's the Hydra, so you guys can see what it looks like. This will probably be a two-parter because there's a lot of information in here. So they have the description of the Hydra. The Hydra is a strange creature that looks like a 10-meter silver tree with clusters of limbs around its mouth. The creature has a soft body and moves by slithering about on its trunk. It sees with many eye spots located just below the limbs on its head. Periodically, the Hydra goes through a reproductive cycle when it grows new branches with limbs and mouths, which eventually mature and drop off to form new Hydras. This Hydra is undergoing that reproductive cycle and has grown several branches. Earlier in the day, when the Hydra started to bud, the creature's handler tried to move it to a larger pen. The sonic prop he used enraged the creature, and it attacked the handler. The creature was finally pinned and the handler taken to the medical complex. The zoo owners then brought in a subsonic projector to soothe the creature with low-frequency sounds. But these only made the creature madder, and it broke out. The creature now hunts for its handler, believing that if it can destroy him, it will be freed from its torment. The reader should run the creature so that it wanders through the town, giving the player characters a merry chase, leading eventually to the medical complex. Once at the medical complex, it will slither in one of the doors, search for its handler. Each turn the creature is in the medical complex, the reader should roll 1d10. If a 1, 2, or 3 is rolled, the creature has found and eaten its handler. If this happens, Starlaw will arrive and capture the creature. So we're going to get into the creature's abilities in the next video, and the stats and stuff like that. But right away, you see that this is an intelligent creature. Even though they don't have a listing for its intelligence, it's definitely not dumb. And there goes the lights. Anyway, that's in the video, guys. But you need to play the creature intelligently enough so that players realize they can't just trick it easily or pin it easily. And they won't know it's on a mission to get to the medical complex. So you should keep that secret from them if you're playing this. I've played this scenario a few times in the past, and it's a fun one. So look forward to the next video. Lights are off. I'm not refilming this. I'll be here all day. I don't have that time. See y'all.